What if everything you believe about God could be explained in just 4 verses? No complicated philosophy, no endless arguments, just 4 verses, describing the one who created everything, the one who has no beginning, no equal, no dependence, and no one like him. More than 14 centuries ago, the Qur'an gave humanity one of its clearest answers to the greatest question of all. Who is God? Welcome to another episode. Almost every civilization has asked the same question. Who created us? What is behind the universe? Is there something greater than us? And if there is a creator, who is he? Humanity has created thousands of ideas about God. Some imagined God as a human-like figure. Some believed in many gods. Some believed God needed a partner. Others believed that God was part of creation itself. But the Qur'an presents something radically different. A God completely beyond creation, yet completely aware of it. A God who needs nothing, while everything needs him. And this description is found in one of the shortest chapters of the Qur'an, Surah Al-Ikhlas. Before we explore its meaning, take a moment, clear your mind, and listen carefully to these 4 verses. Sometimes, the shortest messages carry the deepest truths. Verse 1. Say, He is Allah One. Look at the first word. Say. This isn't presented as a philosophical suggestion, it's a declaration. And then comes the central truth. Allah is one. Not one among many. Not one part of a larger system. Absolutely one. This is the foundation of Islamic belief. There is one ultimate creator, one ultimate source of existence, and one ultimate authority. Why this matters today. We live in a world filled with competing priorities. Money wants your attention. Social media wants your attention. Work wants your attention. Status wants your attention. People want your approval. And sometimes, our entire lives become divided between things that constantly demand our attention. Surah Al-Ikhlas brings us back to one center, one God, one ultimate purpose, one highest priority. When everything else becomes noisy, Tawheed gives the heart direction. Verse 2, Allah, the eternal refuge. This verse contains one of the most powerful concepts in the entire Qur'an. Allah is As-Samad, the one absolutely depended upon, while he depends on no one. Think about your own life. You need food. You need water. You need sleep. You need other people. Everything around you exists within a chain of dependence. But the creator of that chain is not dependent upon it. We need him. He needs nothing. This changes the way we understand strength. Modern culture often teaches us become completely independent. But human beings can never become completely independent. We are dependent by nature. The real question is, what are you dependent on? Money, people's approval, your career, your status, or the one who can never disappear? Verse 3. He neither begets nor is born. Allah is not part of a family tree. He does not inherit existence. He does not pass existence on through biological generation. He is the creator, not a created being. This single verse removes one of the greatest misconceptions humanity has ever had about God, that God is simply a greater version of a human being. The Qur'an completely rejects that idea. God is not a superhuman. God is the creator of humans. Verse 4, and there is nothing comparable to him. And now, the chapter reaches its conclusion. Nothing is comparable to him, not your wealth, not your achievements, not another human being, not the universe itself, nothing, because everything you can compare belongs to creation, and Allah is the creator. There's something remarkable about these 4 verses. The Qur'an doesn't describe Allah through an image. It describes Him through what He is and what He is not. He is one. He is depended upon. He is not born. He does not beget, and nothing compares to Him. In just a few lines, the Qur'an removes the limits of human imagination. It tells us, don't try to reduce God to something you can fully imagine, because the Creator cannot be contained by the creation of your mind. And this isn't only theology, it changes how you live. If Allah is truly one, then your life should not be controlled by 1,000 competing masters. If Allah is As-Samad, then your deepest security should not depend on temporary things. If Allah has no beginning, then your hope doesn't depend on the changing world around you, and if nothing compares to Him, then no human approval should become more important than His approval. Maybe that's why Surah Al-Ikhlas is so short, because the truth doesn't always need a long explanation. Sometimes 4 verses are enough to completely change the way you see God, and when your understanding of God changes, your understanding of yourself changes too. You realize you are not the center of the universe. Your possessions are not your security. Other people's opinions are not your identity, and your circumstances are not your ultimate reality. There is one who was never created, one who needs nothing, one who has no equal, and everything else depends upon Him. So the next time you recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, don't rush through these 4 verses. Stop, reflect, and ask yourself, what does believing in one God actually change about the way I live? Because Tawheed isn't only a statement about God, it's a transformation of the human heart. If this reflection gave you something to think about, share it with someone who may appreciate this message. And subscribe for more timeless wisdom from the Qur'an. And now, take a quiet moment, listen once more, without distraction, let the words settle in your heart. Surah Al-Ikhlas, beautifully recited by Abdul Basit.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد